Hi, in this video I'll talk to you about my mother. She's diabetic, which means she gets angry fast. So I just fed her and I spent some time with her because if I don't, she could Baker act me. Why would I live with a person like this? Well, I lived with her for a long time. Short times in my life I moved out. But basically I've decided not to work, and so therefore I gotta put up with the people that I live with. Yesterday she took my spouse shopping, and she said, "I need a beer." And that's unusual because my mother doesn't drink that often, as far as when she's been with us for a couple of years, and she doesn't drink that often. And so the beer gave her a stomach explosion where she had to go to the bathroom. But what I wanted to mention was that normally I don't speak with the spouse very much, obviously. And at the parking lot, that's when my mother opened up the beer and started drinking it. And I think that's illegal. Even though the spouse is the one driving and not drinking any, I think it's illegal for any person in the car to be drinking while they're driving somewhere. But my mother says that's not true. The passenger could drink, but I don't believe it. All right. So my mother has been walking around in her underwear for 2 days because nobody she doesn't ask, but she's been too tired to go get her clothes from the dryer, which is in the garage, there's so much clutter in there that she could fall down, so she doesn't like going to the garage. And so I just had to take the clothing out of there, and I gave it to her. You know, sometimes people help each other because they need each other, even though they don't like each other. Also, you gotta watch out for elderly abuse. For instance, if you eat, like you're home all day and you eat, right, and you don't feed your mother, I think you could go to jail if she dies on you. Or you could, even if she doesn't die, I think you could still go to jail for elderly abuse, for not feeding her. Alright, that's what's been on my mind. On a side note, there are so many side notes in my videos. The spouse has had to go to work early 2 days in a row, which I don't like, because that means well, yesterday she told me to clean the litter box because she couldn't do it. She did feed the cat, but she was rushing, so I had to clean the litter box. I don't like it when I mean, there's not one Honduran in Honduras. People from Honduras just don't have litter boxes in their houses. Could save some money on that, right, kitties? Oh, here's my kitty. Oh, hi. She's gone. Oh, here's the other one. Oh, I can't get him. He's under me. I also don't like it when the spouse has to go to work early because well, then I gotta do other errands for her. Well, I gotta take the kids to school. Well, one of them, I don't like doing that. And her boss doesn't like it. Well, her boss, the spouse's boss, I don't know how old she is. She's probably my age, but anyway, well, she's probably the same age as my spouse then. I don't know. But she received a text message from her new employee. I'm not feeling well. My mother is here giving me tea or something. And that was all. That was the text message for like last night or 2 nights ago. And then the next, in the 6 o'clock in the morning, she gets a phone call. I'm not able to go to work today. Oh boy. Which gives a lot of work to the rest of the people that are there. But the spouse has been pulling through for this boss. And then they have such a camaraderie that is it's different. They have a friendship, even though they're boss and they're friends, co-workers, right? The boss told the spouse, "Aren't you going to take your break?" And the spouse said, "Look at all of these things we have to do, and we're backed up. No, I'm not taking the break." So the boss made a sandwich for my spouse. That was unusual. I mean, she's done many of these before. Uh, but it's still unusual every time because I didn't have that relationship with any of my bosses. Of course, we were not in the food industry. The nicest thing we did for each other is cover each other. Like, okay, you want the day off? I'll work for you. And then, will you work for me on such a date? They said, sure, I'll do that. I mean, that was about as nice as